video about making sure you know how to use the formula sheet that you're going to be given on your exam. I think you should be familiar with these first few. So if you haven't already marked them, you may want to print off this sheet. But on this first one, right, this was your exponential, like growth/decay. So problems like half-life, etc. This is continuous interest. And then this is compound interest. So these three equations we've already done, and this was all chapter 4, right? Where we learned about logs. Okay, you're now going to skip over this next part. I'll kind of put it in green. This next part will come into play with chapter 7. So stay tuned for that, but we don't need it quite yet. But this part down here at the bottom is the part that you want to focus on for chapter 5. So this is for chapter 5, right? These are all your conics. So this first one you have to be able to recognize as a circle. I guess an easy way to think about that is the only one that has R, so think radius, circle, R. Okay, these next two are your parabolas. And remember, the reason why they have two of them is this is your up, down, right? This is your right, left. Maybe I should kind of put these on the side there so you don't think it's a hyperbola, but just a reminder for you. Okay, this next one here, and I think parabolas, you should recognize them because you just have either x or y being squared. They're not both squared, and you have studied those particularly a lot in like 10th grade year. Okay, on this next part, we've got an x squared and a y squared, but we've got this operation of plus. Think about that plus being similar to the circle, which is a plus, so this is an ellipse. When it says C equals, it has two different equations. The big thing is to remember to subtract, and remember you always do larger minus the smaller denominator. If you did it the opposite way, you would get an imaginary number, which we don't want. And then these last ones are your hyperbolas. And the way you should kind of remember that is they have x and y squared, it's the only one that has a subtraction between the two. So, hey, since x squared is first in this first one, think about it hugs the x, kind of makes it look like an x. And then for y squared being first, hugs the y-axis, looks like that. Okay, remember you are given those formulas, they're not labeled.